Guys, Gardevoir in thumbnail. Please like. Hey everyone, thank you all for sticking around to see this week's Paradox Pokemon. I know it's been a while since the last update to my Cobblemon Datapack, so here I am hoping to fix that with a return to form. With Scarlet and Violet's DLC reaching ever closer to release, I've been enticed thinking about what new Pokemon we'll encounter. And with the very likely possibility they add new Paradox Pokemon, I want to share with you guys more of my takes on the topic. I'll be going over 2 new Paradox Pokemon in this video, both of which will be available to catch in the new Cobblemon Datapack update available as soon as this video goes live. So for now, let's get started with our first Paradox Pokemon, a past Paradox Gardevoir. I had been thinking about making a past form of Gardevoir since I started this series, based on a regional Gardevoir form I had sketched a few years back. My initial idea was to have the Pokemon be a Pyromancer, inspired from the Gardevoir Delta Species EX card. This is actually one of my favorite cards of all time, and I own a copy of the original print and the Celebrations reprint, which I actually pulled on my first Celebrations pack somehow. But back on topic, while I do love the idea of a Fire-type Pyromancer Gardevoir, I thought of another idea felt much better. A Draconic Gardevoir. This was initially thought of as a new type combo idea, with Dragon Fairy never being used before. Except when I found out it actually was, in a Mega Evolution of all things. So while no Pokemon are technically Dragon and Fairy type, it's still technically a used type combination. Even without that extra little gimmick, I'm still really happy with the overall design. I heavily referenced Zinnia and the Draconids to imply a connection between the two, as well as forming the Delta episode symbol on the front of the Pokemon's chest to further the connection. Primeval Drake, the Paradox Pokemon. The entire body of this creature is covered in sharp, dragon-like scales. The sharp, scythe-like hands of this Pokemon seem to consistently be sharpened using these scales, allowing them to cut through rock like butter. Here's Primeval Drake. I really love the idea of a Pokemon intrinsically connected to the Draconid people, aside from the bit we see with Rayquaza, even with the Adventures manga trying to expand on that plot thread. I hope I managed to keep the appeal of Gardevoir, just with a sharper, grungier look. We love scary woman out here. So, now you'd be assuming, that's a very cool past Paradox Pokemon. I can't wait to see what future Paradox Pokemon we have in this video. X3. But you'd be wrong. You see, I actually saw this stupid looking extinct elephant relative, remembered that these god-awful abominations existed, and had to make a Paradox Pokemon based off of them. So, that elephant was known as Gumphotheris. Whatever. But please just believe that's the right pronunciation. These ancient elephant relatives had 4 tusks, as well as the almost grotesque-looking trunk mouth that's led to most of their recognition. With what that thing is out of the way, I needed to find an elephant Pokemon. Since Donphan already has 2 Paradox forms already, that really just left... Wait, no, it literally just left Copperajah. It's crazy there are only 2 different elephant evolution lines in Pokemon. The main emphasis on this animal was its trunk, so that's what I mainly stuck to when drawing the Paradox form, keeping the main body of Copperajah mostly intact with only a few alterations, such as extending the rock pattern down along the entire top of the Pokemon, as well as changing the tail to that of a rocky club you'd see on something of an Ankylosaurus, with a design based on natural mimicry, resembling Roggenrola. Rugged Trunk, the Paradox Pokemon. The peculiar trunk in this Pokemon allows it to easily crush hard prey in its jaws. A paranormal magazine outlined a creature with a similarly odd-shaped trunk from a time before the continents split apart. Here is Rugged Trunk. While Pokemon don't usually do designs that reference specific animals like this, these are some of my favorites to do. While the design changed very little compared to my other designs, I don't believe all of these need to completely reimagine the silhouette of the Pokemon, especially since a lot of the official Paradox Pokemon don't do that anyway. 2 designs done, and that just leaves us with one thing: modeling and programming them into the Datapack. I actually also fixed a major spawning issue with this update, so if you've been playing with the data pack before, please update it to make sure everything's spawning properly. Thank you! With that in mind, I don't really have anything to comment on here. This part of development was surprisingly smooth compared to usual. With nothing else really left to say, let's see these guys in game. Okay guys, so I got the data pack fully loaded in and working in Minecraft. I have the Pokemon in the PC here, so let's have a look at Primeval Drake first. For the normal and the shiny version, so let's have a look. Look at this, I'm really happy with the model. I like the texture on it. And let's have a look at the shiny variant, which is a more red dragon-like. Yeah, the hair almost looks like Netherrack. That was not the intention at all. It's not supposed to be Netherrack head. Your head is made of baked beans. Did you know that? Hey? Your head is made of baked beans. Did you know that? Yeah? Okay, that's good. Let's have a look at our other Pokemon. Hopefully this one is not made of baked beans. This one is Rugged Trunk. This is the Copperajah Paradox Pokemon. So here's the normal form. It's got its weird misshapen trunk mouth. It looks so goofy. I actually really like this guy. And here's its tail. Kinda looks like a little Roggenrola. Can't really tell because the colors blend in. But if we take a look at the shiny version, the colors are different. It's the shiny Roggenrola colors on the tail. Why is... Okay, I don't know why the shiny doesn't have an eye, but I'll fix that before... I'll fix that before release. Now we have a look at their movesets here. We'll have a general look at their status. Their summary screen. Primeval Drake is a fairy dragon type photosynthesis ability. It's a paradox Pokemon. Of course it's gonna have that. It's got a shit ton of moves. I'm trying to give these guys huge... Oh, Psyblade does not have a name. Maybe I'll add that in the data pack so that shows up normally. Stats, we'll look at the base stats too. 75 HP, 60 special attack. Not really doing much special attack with this, but 165 attack. Oh boy. 65 defense, pretty frail. 98 special defense, so it could take a pretty good... It has fairly decent special defense with 101 speed. So, all around, pretty good stats. This one has 150 HP, 125 attack, 60 special attack, 98 special defense, 90 defense, and 55 speed. So a lot of HP, alright defenses, and pretty good attack. I think this is a pretty good Pokemon as well. Maybe not as good as if it was a full specialized defense or attacker, but I think this is a very good Pokemon for the balance levels we'll be seeing in this game, if you're to have it in survival mode. I don't actually think I have anything left to showcase. So I'll send it back over to editing me. Have fun in the outro. Thanks for sticking around and watching till the end. I really appreciate it. And I'd also really appreciate if you'd subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Most of you actually aren't subscribed, so this is talking to you, Mr. Not Subscribed, yet still watching the full video because you're obsessed with me. I have to thank you guys for being patient with me though. Weekly uploads are fairly difficult to keep up with, but I'm working on at least 3 other big videos right now, with one of them being a big project I'm super excited to share with you all in the near future. If you guys have any Pokemon you'd like to see be given a new Paradox form, an idea for a Paradox form, or just generally any thoughts on the designs featured in this video, please leave them down below in the comments. I read them all. With that in mind, ciao!
Leave me alone!